What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. I'm going to be heading off from Key West over to Opelika. Appreciate everybody watching the video. If you guys would go ahead and hit that like button and the subscribe button. Help grow the channel. I'd appreciate it. We appreciate all the support here at SIMSTRUMENTATION. So we're back. We're going to be flying the Honda Jet again, and we're just going to be doing no ATC or anything like that. Going to use pilot ATC since we're out here in Key West, but since looks like I needed to download the new version, updated the new version, and had some issues with it resetting and all of its settings and stuff like that, so I had to sign back in, but it didn't save any of my settings. So so we're just not going to fly with any ATC or anything like that today. We're just going to be heading over to Opelika. So some new things coming out that we're going to be working on. We'll talk about some of those up in the air, so stay tuned to some of that, and talk about the world of aviation. And let's go ahead and get in the airplane and get started. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and turn our battery on. Let everything boot up here. And external power. And battery is on. Go through our checklist here. Oxygen is checked and it is all on normal. Pressurization is set to normal. And electrical is all set to normal. And ELT is set to normal. Nose wheel steering is set to normal. And landing gear is down. Alternate gear handle is released. Or fully in. It's fully in. And parking brake is set. Parking brake is set. And flaps are up. Thrust levers are in the idle detent, or cutoff detent, and speed brakes are retracted. Ice protection, we don't need any of that. Fuel panel. Let's go ahead and get to our aircraft systems, and we'll go to system and go ahead and turn our thermostats to auto. We will want that to be set on auto to for us as well. So we'll go to sim options and let's go to load manager, and we're going to be taking a full house today. Go to initialization and we'll go ahead and do our system test and pre-flight. Left engine fire is ready. Fire extinguisher, left engine is good. Right engine fire is ready, and right fire extinguisher is good. And stick shakers on the left and the right are good. And all lights are lighting up. Alright, that is complete. Weight and balance, operating weight. We'll sync from the sim. Payload, sync from the sim. And takeoff, sync from the sim. And landing we don't have to worry about, so that's all good. Speed bugs. And those are all on. And accept the initialization. Alright, so we've got plenty of fuel. Fuel panel is showing that we have 2,250 pounds, 630 in a side, so plenty of fuel. Trim panel, and we'll go ahead and set that to green. There we go. And we're in the green. Windshield heat we don't need. And we'll go flip our FMS over. So let's go ahead and get our flight plan put in. And our origin is KEYW. West. And we're going to KOPF. Opelika. And our procedures is we're going to be flying the arrival, and we're going to be flying the Baihai 3 with the Pyrex. Let's check the weather and see what it looks like there. So it looks like it's 260 at 13, so we will probably end up using runway 27 right for that. So let's go ahead and go for 27 right, runway 27 right, and we'll just go ahead and load that. Just getting things set up on the iPad. Check our approach. LS27 right. That's what we'll do. Alright, so we've got all that stuff set in. VNav profile is going to be FMS speed is 190. It all looks good, so we're good there. So we can go ahead and go back to our checklist. And windshield heat is all good. Chime, yep, avionics is good. And passenger briefing, you guys all know, keep your seatbelts on. While we're on the ground, once we get up in the air, we will turn the seatbelt signs off. And you guys can move about the cabin if you would like. And in case of an emergency, we have 2 exit doors, one right behind the co-pilot, one behind the pilot. In case of an emergency, we will exit the airplane and meet at the back of the airplane, just in case of an emergency. So, briefing complete. Go more into detail about that, but this is a simulator, we're not going to choose it. If we do, we will handle it just like we normally would. So, alright, let's go to exterior lights, and we've got landing, all that's good. The cogs are on. Beacon is on, logo light is off. It's daytime, we don't need that, so all that's good. Throttle pedals are adjusted, seatbelts, doors are closed, parking brake is set, gas messages reviewed. We're all good. Starting engines, we've got 25 volts, so we're good there. We'll go ahead and start our engine, start the left engine. And caution light comes on for fuel pressure, but we will get that as it starts to rise. Oil pressure's all looking good, N2's looking good, ITT's looking good, it's rising, and fuel flow is looking good. Alright. Just watching that ITT temp out. Make sure we don't exceed its limit. Yeah, it's good there. Topped out about 716, so good there. And we'll go ahead and start the right engine. Oil pressure starting to rise. Gas messages, we're waiting for it to go off. And waiting for that ITT to temp out. Alright, we're good there. So everything's good. Engine start was good. External power, we can go ahead and disconnect that. We're good there. Flight controls, we'll go ahead and check those. And outside aileron is down. And up. Up. Down. Elevator. Flight controls are free and correct. And wing anti-ice we don't need. Transponder code, we're going to be squawking 1200. Flight ID is November 23 Delta Tango. Flight plane is entered. Navigation source is set. Altimeters. Go ahead and get the weather here for Key West. And looks like 2992, so standard. Nice. Alright. Speed brake is retracted. Cabin signs. Parking brake is released. Alright, let's go ahead and we will get to taxiing. We're going to be using runway 27 today. Looks like winds are coming out of the north, so it looks like a little bit of a crosswind. So we will go ahead and release the parking brake. Right, and parking brake is released. Brakes, check. Nose wheel steering, it is working. And flight instruments, Balls are going. And flight instruments are check. Good there. For takeoff, go ahead and set our flaps. Trims are set for takeoff. And we're good there. Speed brake is retracted. Gas messages reviewed. We're good there. We got our taxi lights on. Good there. Navigation is set. Flight guidance, we'll go ahead and we are going to be climbing up to 31,000 feet today. Alright, and our heading is going to be runway 27, so we'll go ahead and set that to runway 270. Flight directors can come on. Takeoff landing data is confirmed. Takeoff briefing, we're good. Radar required. Ice protection, we're good. Alright. We are coming up to runway 27 here. Go ahead and hit our takeoff. Alright. Everything is set. We are ready for departure. You guys ready? You guys got your seatbelts on? Alright, good. Once we get airborne up here, get heading on to our first initial fix, which will be Pyrex. Then we will get some music going. Final looks clear out there. Don't see anybody out there. Runway here. Alright. And alright, we will hold the brakes. Run her up to 50%. Sure everything's stable. Everything's good. Alright. Takeoff power is set. We're looking for 110, 115 will rotate. And there's 90, there's 100, and 110, and 115, and rotate. Alright. Alright, coming up through 130, and flaps are coming up. Yaw dampener is coming on, and we'll go ahead and pull back to MCT. Auto throttles are on, and we'll continue hand flying it. Start a turn out to the left. Stick up there, it's Key West, so we circle back around. go ahead and turn our autopilot on. And we'll go into nav mode. And we will go direct, Pyrex. Alright. And we'll go ahead and climb out on FLC. And we are on our way, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and get some music going for the climb out. Great look, a bird's eye view over Key West. We head on out to Florida, climbing through 7,000 feet. All the little islands out here. Pretty beautiful out here. Alright, let's go and pull up our checklist. We'll do after landing checklist. After takeoff, landing gear is up. Verified. Yaw dampener is verified. It is engaged. Flaps are up. Thrust drivers are in the auto throttle. MCTD tent. Flight guidance as required. We've got the autopilot on. Ice protection we don't need. Cabin signs we will go ahead, and it's pretty smooth outside, so we will go ahead and turn off the seatbelt line signs. Keep the no smoking signs on for now. And pressurization. It is pressurizing. We are climbing at PSI is 3.8, cabin rate is 550 feet climbing, and our altitude is saying that it's at 1,400 feet. So, alright, and now standard for our altimeters, which we are already there. We don't have to worry about that through the climb out, so we are all good there. So, get back to our map. Go ahead and turn off our landing lights. That turned off, and everything else looks to be good. Beacon is on, avs are on, strobes are on, so everything's in the normal category. We're good. If you have a question, feel free to leave it in the comments, and I will make sure I get back to you. So. Appreciate everybody joining and watching the videos. It does help us here at SIMSTRUMETATION and myself build the channel, bring awareness to what Air Manager can do and the possibilities of it all. So, what's next for SIMSTRUMETATION? We've kind of been throwing that idea out. I've been talking a little bit about what planes are coming out, what's next, and we haven't really settled on what is next as far as what we're going to be working on. There's been a couple people that said that they were going to be doing some of the ATR that just came out and that kind of stuff, so I don't think that we're going to do that. We usually try to stick to a lot of the general aviation aircraft, you know, these Honda jets, Cessna Longitude, that kind of stuff. That's about as, you know, big as we get. We did do the CRJ. It takes a lot of time to basically model every single instrument, build them all, and do them all with the backlighting and all that stuff. So it takes a lot of work, and since we don't charge or anything like that, and not a lot of us fly them, I know myself and Rob, he flies them sometimes, but Crunchmeister and Totemus, they are more of the general aviation guys, so they don't really care too much for flying the airliners and doing those types of things. So so we probably won't be doing too many airliners moving forward, but some new jets that come out. We didn't do the Cessna Longitude. If you guys ever are wanting those panels, it looks like Sling over at Experimental Sim Avionics, he built them and has them released for payware in the store, and we actually not in the store anymore since they kind of split up and kind of separated a little bit. And now Sling has his own website that he has where you can purchase them through. So head over there to Experimental Sim Avionics. They've got a lot of good panels, and he's a good guy. I like him. Sling's been very helpful, been very good to the community. So head on over there and check out his stuff. So. The only thing kind of stinks about flying out here in Key West is there's not really much to look at. We've got the, you can see out there, we've got the land that's starting to come in off our nose. So, but flying out here, it's just a big ocean that you look at. So there's not much really out here for views wise. So it'll look a lot better once we get a little closer inbound. Look at the islands out there off of our right wing. Alright, so let's go ahead and get back to our flight plan over here, and let's go ahead and go to procedures. We're going to be doing the approach, we'll be doing the ILS 27 right, and we'll be doing IROS, and our minimums for this is going to be, get this pulled up real quick, it's going to be 291, shouldn't have any issues. We might just hand flyer and fly the just a traffic pattern in, so we'll go ahead and load that. We know that it's an ILS, so it's not proving that. So we've got about 1 minute. Actually, we're not even going to get all the way up to our cruising altitude up to 31,000 feet. It's too short of a flight in the jet, so as we're starting to come across the mainland here. And there's our top of descent, so we'll go ahead and start on down. Just literally climbed up to get up here, just to climb back down. just getting our, didn't quite capture the V path, so we're just getting ourselves down a little bit here. Making sure we don't overspeed. Let's turn off the auto throttles. For some reason she's not wanting to slow down at all, so there we go. Go on down to 9,000. Really start slowing us down here, get down to 250 knots here. And we'll go ahead and get our arrival. Oops. Oh, but show plate, and we're going to get our plate up here over here for our Pyrex. We need to be at 15,000 and below 280 knots, which we are good at. We were good there. Then Hulky 9,000, 7,000 at Kara. So we'll go ahead and put that in. And we're coming up on our V path that's starting to slowly come up. Now that we're descending at 2,500 feet per minute to get down that high, or down that low. So once we get to B high, we'll go ahead and turn on our landing lights. And we're starting to come on down. Coming down through 10,000 feet, and we are going to be below that 250 knots, so we're good there. And we're going to go ahead and go direct to Beehive. And we'll go ahead and go direct to our first approach fix. And kind of get ourselves on. Go into heading mode. Vector ourselves over here. Coming up on our 7,000. And we need to be at IROS. So we'll go ahead and go direct to IROS. Activate direct IROS. And we'll put ourselves into nav mode now, as we're going direct there. Coming up on 7,000. Used to be. And we are direct IROS. Got about 45 nautical miles left. And we have that V captured now. VNav is good. Opalaka, we'll go ahead and get the ATIS for Opalaka. And let's go ahead and show that. So 2990, so we'll go ahead and set that to 2990. Set once, set twice. And we'll go ahead and pull up our checklist. And descent landing field elevation verified is 56 feet. And that looks good. Should be 8 feet, but could be a little off for something. I don't know. Engine anti-ice altimeters are all set. We're good there. Got our landing lights are already on. Lights are already good. Seatbelts, we'll go ahead and get the seatbelts turned back on. Seatbelts are on. Nice look at the Everglades. You wouldn't want to go down there. Get eaten by alligators. No thanks. Kind of give ourselves some vectors whenever we get a little closer, so that way we give ourselves some space. And we've got our ILS in, which is good. Okay, continuing our descent on down. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and go into heading mode. The airport out in front of us. Go ahead and get our speed bugs all set up. Approach get from sim is going to be 118 on our approach speed. Got the airport right off here to our left, right over here, runway 27. We're going to be going to signature right over there. So. Alright, so we'll go ahead and go flaps 1. Right over here is the airport. And we'll go ahead and go gear down. And we're just going to get past our final approach fix here, get on down to turn off our VNAV. Down to our 1600 feet. Once we get close to 1600 feet, we'll start our inbound turn to pick up the ILS. Go ahead and disconnect disconnect the autopilot. We're just going to hand fly her.
Autopilot.
Alright. And we're going to turn off auto throttles. We want the throttles. And we'll start our inbound turn. Coming up on our 1,600 feet. Our turn coming around. Flight director's coming off. Coming up on our approach speed. And runway's right in front of us. We're a little low, actually quite low. Go ahead and turn off the yaw dampener. I'm going to go flaps full. It looks a little bit better. Still a little bit low. We're making small adjustments. Get there. Everybody got your seatbelt on. Everything's good. Landing 3 green. Flaps full. Landing lights are on. There's our minimums. And welcome to Opelika, fellas and ladies. Yeah. We'll go ahead and go on up to the next flight, our next taxiway. Flaps are coming up. Exit here on Juliet. Take Juliet to Papa, and Papa all the way to the ramp. across the old short lines. Alright, got our parking brake set here. Parking brake set, so we've got cabin signs as required. We'll go ahead and interior lights. Keep the seatbelts fastened, everything's good. Engine anti-ice, speed brakes are good, flaps are up, trim set to green band. Landing green band, trims are good. Alright, after landing checklist complete. Go ahead and taxi on over here to Papa. Clear left, and clear right. Appreciate everybody flying along with us. Just a little short flight. If you'd like to see any kind of specific video or a tutorial on how to or something like that, let me know. I'd be more than happy to make a video and post it up here or stream it and show you guys in live time. So I'll leave that in the comments, or feel free to message me, whatever's easiest, or message me on Discord. Welcome to message there and give some insight on what you guys would like to see on the channel. Appreciate everybody's support. And if you guys would, go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button and that notification bell. So anytime we go live, you guys can get notified so you guys can join in. Hopefully the channel can keep growing and we can start getting some people in the chat and be able to take questions and answers. Looks like another plane just landed. We don't need to go to customs today, so we will just keep on going on down here to the FB. We'll take Papa all the way into November 6th to the ramp. Hey, appreciate that, sir. Thanks for getting out of our way. First time I think I've ever seen that. Oh, you're just taking off in front of us. Alright. Well, at least you're getting out of the way, so. turn our landing light off. And we'll flip back around here. Alright. We'll hang out right here. Alright. Checklist, parking brake is set. Wheel chocks installed. I'm good at that. I think that's inside of here. Wheel chocks, external power, good. Thrust levers. It goes to idle cutoff. And go ahead and interior lights, turn the seatbelt signs off, and no smoking. Everything's good. Parking brake release, battery off. Alright. Well, we made it. Welcome to Opa-locka, everybody. Appreciate everybody joining along. We will see you guys on the next video. Have a good night.